Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, here with something special on a Sunday. We are going to talk about the rumored spoiler. This is spoiler heavy, but no spoilers about the actual season if there are any floating around. I'm here to talk about season 39 of the challenge with Matthew. How are you today, Matthew? And how much do you know about this rumored cast?
I know I've seen the whole list. So I'm the kind of person when the list comes out for the casting, at least, I need to see it immediately. Otherwise, it's going to drive me crazy. And then once I get word that they start filming and the cast is finalized, I start blocking all these accounts. I start muting all these words. So I am fully aware of the list. I'm excited to hear what you two think. I think you'll be surprised, both of you, but hopefully pleasantly surprised.
Very fun, very fun. Okay, so we're going to have 3 pretty different perspectives because Matthew knows the list. Michelle, you have zero idea about anybody on the list, correct? How are you doing today?
Yeah. I think I remember 1, maybe 2 people at most. And I don't know. Normally, I am more on top of it, but similarly, I don't like to risk getting actual spoilers for what happens on the season. And it's funnier to me to not know and just kind of blindly react to it. And also, I was kind of trying to save myself from potential anguish because I haven't loved a lot of casting that's been happening lately. And so I was just like preparing for the worst. Like, I'm just like, I don't know if this is going to be what I want. And nothing will ever be what we want, you know? So we just got to let it be.
Absolutely. Well, I'm closer to you on the how much I know about this list. So Matthew had sent the list to me or to both of us. And so I know the first person that showed up that he had sent. So we'll start with that person. Yeah. And then I realized that everybody from Gamer Vev, all of her posts or their posts were muted. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I don't need to know who these people are yet. But I do think I heard a couple of things to the grapevine and then I just close the tweet or so I might have seen some things. I just don't remember right now who was on the list, just because I saw it in passing. So I'm going in pretty blind. I know one person for sure and a few speculative maybes. We could also speculate about what we think the theme might be, and maybe who we think are front runners to win, front runners to lose. And so, yeah, it should be a fun time just talking about this spoiler cast. So we got some friends joining us here in the chat. We got Carly as Red. Oh my God, I didn't even know there was a list floating around. Fingers crossed it's innocent vacation time for the 5th season in a row. To be honest, I actually don't think so. From the little, the buzz. From the buzz, it doesn't seem so.
The only people that I've heard are taking a break that I've heard for sure, or I think I've heard for sure, is Nani and Casey.
Yeah.
Those are the only people that I was like, okay, they're not going to be there. But everything else I'm pretty unaware of. So.
Agreed.
I will say, and this will come up when we get to the end of the list. I would say for those that are hopeful that the Vacation Alliance will not be part of the season, I would say don't hold your breath. Even once we finish the list, don't hold your breath.
They might come anyways.
Yeah, the list, we'll get to it, but the list does feel awfully short. And
going to be one of those where they like an invasion style, maybe.
Yeah, or similar to last season where people came in throughout the first few weeks. The list that we have now is very small. So unless they're doing a shortened season, which I very much doubt, I'd say don't hold your breath on no Vacation.
Oh. Okay. Hi, Kunoichi Forever. Yes, there is. Can't wait to hear all of our reactions to the cast. It's going to be a fun stream. Yes, it is going to be fun. Hello, Patricia. Yes, I've been missing live so much recently, so I had to rewatch at a later time. I'm so happy to be here live. Yes, we're happy that you are here live. Willie is here. Happy as Michelle. What about Matthew, Willie?
I'm happy to see Michelle and Chantele too, Willie. So we're in the same boat.
And I'm live from Newfoundland, so
yay! Cross Canada chat here right now. Hello, Andrew. So I'm like, I can't wait to see the chat or the list. Hi, Dabu. Yes, of course, we're going to run through this list. We're going to go through everyone, and we're just going to get our immediate reactions.
Okay.
Yeah, no other spoilers. I don't think they've left yet, though, have they? Do we know?
They may have left. I don't believe filming
because
started, though.
I heard of like the two people I know. There's one person I remember Matthew saying that I saw that I think now I've seen a spoiler that they're not there anymore. That they got dropped at the last minute. If that's true, we'll get into that.
Yeah, a few people have gotten dropped. Like quite a few, actually. I think like 6 or so people were rumored and then either dropped or they pulled themselves out. So we can definitely touch on those ones.
Okay, Kunoichi here has a task for us, Michelle. Let's maybe do one. Let's see if we can do one male and one female that we think might be on this season. So it's been rumored. I don't know if there's any truth to this. That potentially it's going to be like a no winners season. I don't know if that was just like wishful thinking from the fan base or if it's something actually truthful. So I'm then thinking that maybe some of the stars or like the rookies that were quite impactful might be making it onto our screen. So we've been saying like, why are they bringing in all these awesome rookies and then not giving them another shot? So if that's the case, I would like to see someone like Priscilla, Kells. You're afraid. I mean, those are people that I'd want to see. I don't know if they'd be on it, obviously, at all. But if that's like having some people that made a bit of an impact. Well, he's tall, he's big. We need some big people.
I would like to see him too.
Maybe Berna.
Berna did have some dramas.
Yeah, she was with CT and like that whole thing. If she was fighting with people,
I'm gonna say if I had to predict for a woman, I'd probably predict Michelle coming back.
Michelle,
just because she's a pretty solid person to cast. She hasn't won yet. She's never made it far
without
enough.
Like all the mainstay people. She needs to just do it on her own. I think that
she works. We know she works best from like an underdog position, but like she still hasn't really shown, I think, like the extent of what she could do, having a more full season and opportunity if she was with all non-winners. I don't trust that rumor though. And if I were to guess a guy, I honestly don't know if I see Jake coming back after the last season. I could see like, oh God, I don't even know for guys. Probably maybe, Johnny.
Which Johnny?
Johnny who had all the showmances, Johnny.
Oh yeah, I can see Johnny coming back for sure. Yeah, for sure. I would be surprised if Nurys came back because she really enjoyed her experience. She really liked it. Do we think that Olivia and Horacio would make an appearance back?
I hope.
I'd see Olivia more than Horacio if I were to choose between those two.
But I think most of them. I'm trying not to look at this. Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, Hi Joseph is also here. Preparing for the worst. Everybody's preparing for the worst. Okay.
Yeah, let's just say it's Tori and Fessy and Zach, and just expect the worst.
Sarah is low-key excited about this potential cast.
I'm very excited. If this is the final cast, I'm very excited, and I feel like that is like I'm in the minority and being excited just from what I'm gathering from Twitter, Reddit, etc. There is like a small group that are excited, but a lot of people are not very excited.
Well, really? You know what? It could also be one of those things where this is the cast or it's non-winners, and then winners and known people come to help or do something, but they're not actually in the season.
Like a coaches type thing?
Either a coach or like they just come in for eliminations or like things they've done in the past, just so that one of them actually has the chance to win, but it'll be prolonged because they'll add different types of things they have to get through, perhaps. I don't know. This is all just me speculating right now,
for sure. Okay. Let's just get into who's we got. The first person was who Matthew sent over to us, and so this is who we know is not know is in it, but very likely to be. These spoilers are from Gamer Vev, and who tends to be pretty accurate with their predictions and with their spoilers. So the first person that we were seeing was none other than Big T, Tula herself. How fun is that?
So, I love it. I didn't think they were going to ask her back, to be honest, even though she's so amazing. But I just thought after she took a season off, I didn't think she'd come back. So very happy about this.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw her going to chef school, and so she's kind of focusing on her other passions in her life. And so, I wasn't really expecting her to come back, but I'm wondering if it's because maybe some more UK people are going to be in the mix here, maybe from the World Championship, maybe, Kaz might come, and maybe they're going to, maybe they're building a little bit of a UK opposition or something. And so maybe they wanted Big T back there. So maybe we could be hopeful that Kyle's going to be there, and maybe even Melissa, and then from Kaz, Zara, Georgia. I don't know if Georgia will, but
I know I don't think she will, but
So Matthew, what do you think about Miss T or Big T coming back?
She's she's in my top 10 favorite female challengers that I went through a couple months back. So she was the one that got me most excited, I'd say, of the entire cast list. I personally never bought that she was gone from the show. I mean, we're about to see with Leroy, these retirements don't last long. So when Big T posted about a year ago that she was retired from the show, I took it with a grain of salt, and here we are, a season later. She took one season off and she's back, but I'm super happy about it. And I think being someone that's actually had a few years experience on the show, hopefully that gets her that final push, and she can, she's come fairly close to the finals, but never made one. I hope with a less senior cast potentially that she's in for the long haul here.
100%. Not having. That's what I'm hoping for, is that this cast is able to play without having to play the vets game. And if people like Big T are going to be doing this, I'm really excited for it, because they have experience. They know what it feels like to be under the thumb of these veterans. And I think that they're going to want to revolt and play their own game. And I think it could be really, really fun.
And how cool could it be to let them have a season like this, play their own game, and then sure, next time have both sides, but because they've succeeded in playing without them, it's a real battle there, because they've had their own opportunities to build their own things. And then it would be interesting to have them have that extra strength behind them going against the vets or whatever.
Thank you, Lena, for the super chat. Much appreciated. All for Big T coming out of retirement, which is super duper fun. All right, so let's go to the next person from this count that's muted and see. Oh my God, I'm kind of nervous. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
okay, it's just the cast, right? Okay, okay. I'm wait, what's happening? That's
I think you went the wrong direction.
Well, it's it's just another. No, it's still okay. Well, I'm just gonna go here anyways and just see what this is. Okay, so the location is Croatia.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And then what is this? Okay, TJ the host. Okay, so then we got Big T first on the list, and then
okay. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Oh,
really?
Wait, you're giving him another chance?
Are they actually hey, he's had how many fucking chances, and it's never his fault? Never. But he has been screwed endless times. If he gets COVID again or whatever the hell, wow, okay. Yeah! I'm obsessed. Come on, Nom.
Well, okay, Matthew, how do you feel about Nom?
I mean,
you were who was it that we were fighting about? Theo.
Theo.
Theo, I think is no matter what has been more entertaining than Nom has been, and you don't want to see Theo necessarily. So what do you think about Nom?
I actually wouldn't mind seeing Theo on this season. But Nom, I mean, I guess like give him a shot, but how many shots are you going to give a guy? Like I know like a lot of it has been out of his control. Like he had an injury, his partner quits, he had COVID, but it's so strange to think this is his 4th season and we don't know anything about him.
I think that's the issue, is that we just don't know enough about him. There must be something that they've uncovered within his tapes and like seeing him on camera, different things, to know that he has the potential to be someone that people love. Obviously he's kind of the nice guy card. Like it's a certain trope that's not going to be villainous or crazy, but if it is a season, I guess we got to wait for the list. But I'm wondering, is this a season where no one's even made a final before? Because in that case, that's a kind of a different thing too.
I mean, we'll be able to determine that when we go through it.
My guess is no, but like,
well, wait, has Big T not made a final?
No, she hasn't.
Oh.
The weird thing about Nom is I think there's just so much risk with casting him here, because we just saw like on the World Championship, the people where English wasn't their first language, like pretty much got targeted right off the bat because they just didn't fit in. And obviously that's the case with Nom. And if like we had seen him do really well for a few times, and then it's like, oh yeah, no problem here. But the fact that he's going to be with all new people, English is not his first language, and we know nothing about him. Like he could very well be the most boring guy ever. And, we just don't know. But I mean, hopefully we'll actually get a chance to see.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, Dabu here is saying, what dirt does Nom have on MTV? Seriously. Or somebody is obsessed with him in casting. Like, is there a casting couch going on? Like, what's happening here? I mean, I do like Nom, like both of you said, like he's seemingly a nice guy. He's obviously athletic. He's had some really, really bad luck. We've been rooting for him whenever he's come back. But like, it might be like enough is enough type thing. It's like, okay, like, is he really gonna, we'll see. I don't mind him being back here, but I don't really have high hopes for his success. It's just kind of, okay, well, we'll see what happens. All right. Anything else to say about Nom before we move on down?
What else is there to say? Once we learn who he is, we'll say more. But
exactly. Great pick.
Oh, I didn't notice he had a tattoo. There's that. Okay. Whew. Oh yeah, Berna. Berna, Survivor Turkey. Nice. I mean, I know that she was kind of getting on some people's nerves when she was kind of fighting with some people and kind of she wasn't getting along with Amber. And so if Amber's not going to be there, I think that that's going to be good for her game. CT's not going to be there for her to be jealous about. And so I think she has a good shot of doing well because she's physically athletic and I think she gets the games. Like, she was on Survivor, so she's going to understand gameplay better than some. So I think that she could do better this season.
And I think that she, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty close with Michelle, with Big T, with a lot of different people. So she could have friends. I'm remembering now. Was she in a showmance with Nelson?
Yeah, she was.
Okay. I knew there was something that I was like. So
and then Nelson, Nelson was also with Ashley a little bit.
Right, that was the drama. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna probably bring some drama points because she's gorgeous, and like I'm sure she's gonna find another honey to hook up with, and it might be dramatic. So I'm here for Berna. I'm here
for it.
I want to see what she can do with a different dynamic. I'm happy that she's been asked back.
Yeah, and she, from what I recall, like she was very like physically strong as well. And she was like unfortunately on that season where they just went after all the rookies. Like literally it was like rookie until there was no rookies left. And eventually like she got clipped. But she was very physical, and I think she could do well in most of these like dailies eliminations.
Absolutely. And what do we think of non-Berna German Alliance? Is she from Germany?
She's on
she's
Survivor Turkey.
Yeah, I thought she's Turkish. But, maybe like an out of American alliance. Berna's going to hook up with Jay. Does that mean that Jay's on it? Don't tell me that.
I mean, to be honest, I was already like, yeah, she's probably going to hook up with Jay. Not even knowing if Jay's on it. But if he is, then... I think they've probably already hooked up. He's hooked up with like many
everybody.
Yeah. Which I get it, Queen.
Yeah, I agree, Sarah. She does have a lot of potential. German-Turkish alliance is going to be... Oh, yeah. She's German and Turkish. Okay, I see. So that's why. Okay. So I think this is a great pick. So yeah. I'm going to thumbs up this pick for sure.
Yes, I'm into it.
Next up. Your favorite. I mean, I liked him up until he started messing around with Tori, right?
No, I do not like this guy.
I
did up until that point.
No, I never liked him. Honestly,
I never disliked. I
was never against him 100%, but I never liked him. I don't like his level of... You were on one fucking season, like, hold your horses and thinking you're so amazing. I just don't like he's one of those guys that goes on reality TV and acts like he's this nice person who builds these real connections with people, but then, like, immediately doesn't. Like, he had the thing with Michelle and then immediately was with Tori and, like, this and that. Like, he's trying to pretend like he's, like, Mr. Nice Guy, but he very clearly is not. And I don't like that. If you're going to be not the nice guy, then just don't be the nice guy. Like, just... be what you are is what I like, as we all know. So I don't know. I just don't like him. He bothers me.
He doesn't bother me nearly as much as you. I also think he's hot. And without, like, I liked him before he started hooking up with Tori, as I said. So maybe I will like him again with maybe Michelle, if she's on this. Maybe they're going to rekindle something.
Yeah.
I might not mind that. Matthew, what are your thoughts? Break the tie.
I hate this guy. He's like... He's the Walmart version of Jordan, where like they look alike. He's just like a slightly less attractive version of Jordan, in my opinion. He was like hooking up with Tori, obviously. And then he was like trying to get into it with Jordan on Twitter a bit, saying that like Jordan like better wish that he never sees him in an elimination. Like, dude, like, no, like, stay in your lane. Like, Jordan is not scared of you, Emmanuel. He was like one of those people on that same season as Berna, where the only reason he went a little further is because he was a lackey to the Vacation Alliance, and he rode them all the way to the end. And then they cut him at the very end when they needed someone to throw into elimination. So not a fan of this guy, was not a fan of his gameplay, and just like didn't need to see him back personally.
Okay, I guess I'm out on an island here. I mean, I don't love him, but I don't mind him being back because he was decently athletic, and I want to see what he can do this season. With the
he's
new dynamic.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe he will, show up. Oh, it better not be a spoiler? This must be like your hope, Maya. Well, we don't know if they're even left yet, right?
I don't know.
What if I were on this cast though? I would try to get Emmanuel out first, because if there is some sort of invasions of the champions type of thing, this guy is going to go run straight to the champion. If I'm like someone else on this cast that is not tightly aligned with a Tori and a Bananas and Devin, I'm trying to get this guy out immediately. When I see there's only 24 people on the cast, like, something's up, and he's the one I want out right away.
Ooh. Okay, well, we won't talk about him anymore. I don't want to stress you guys out on a Sunday.
It's my day off. Come on.
Ooh, all right. So she made enough of a splash for her to be asked to come back. So this is Raven. She was Johnny Middlebrook's partner on the most recent season of the challenge, MTV, Ride or Dies.
You know
what?
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Go ahead.
Justice for Raven to have another chance. I don't want her story to just be that, because that
Yeah.
wasn't cute.
Yeah.
I love that she's back. Very surprised by this. Very
Well,
surprised.
she
I
didn't really get a
think
chance to play, you know,
Exactly. I want her to.
like Johnny was obviously dominating their alliance. They weren't playing together. They weren't working together at all. And so I think that it would be a nice opportunity for her to really don't kill me. Our bronze dripping queen. Her pussy trips bronze, remember? Because Nurys' pussy trips gold. Yeah, I'm happy to see that she's getting another shot to come back, because like looking like someone that's just simping over Johnny is just like not a look. And so I'm happy that she can create a new narrative.
Yeah, I'm super happy that Raven's back. Also, like Michelle, I'm very surprised. And I think part of the reason I love this cast is because we are getting some of those surprises where, like, on a normal season, or like if it was normal casting, we'd probably just never see Raven again. But the fact that like we are going lighter on like the vets, like we do get the chance to see someone like Raven who had a lot of potential but was only there a few weeks. So she's like someone I'm pretty excited about. And
sorry, Sarah says I hope her shoe fits this time.
What was the thing? What was the shoe?
Remember her shoe kept on coming off when she's doing the whole.
That was tragic. Honestly, she gave it her all. Give her another. Yeah, I'm into this. She deserves another chance, and I hope
and
she
better
gets
fitting
it
shoes.
A little bit further, and gets better fitting shoes, and just like rewrites her story a little bit.
Oh my god, it's so amazing. Do we have anything else to say about Miss Raven?
Happy about it.
Yeah, I'm happy about it too. I just want to see a new story for this girl. All right. Okay, so we're doing some 38 people. Oh, there you go. You gotta have one. You gotta have the other.
So before we get too deep into this, very, very unfortunate, but Johnny was dropped from the cast.
Ooh.
Which to me makes absolutely no sense, because like he brought it, like had the relationship with Raven. He brings drama. He hooks up. He's a competitor, but he was dropped from the cast. So we don't need to spend too much time on him. But I was very surprised that he was eventually cut.
Do we think he was cut, or do you think he like got sick?
He was cut. He was, yeah.
I wonder why.
I have a theory as to why.
What's the theory? Is it because of other players?
Yeah, so my theory is some of the like strong competitors that are anti-vets were not ultimately removed from the cast, which to me is a little bit of a eyebrow raiser, and it's why I'm like a bit suspicious of what the theme actually could be here, because he was dropped, and someone else I'll just mention that was dropped or was removed for whatever reason is Joss, who is like not like so much that he's like a free thinking guy, but he's obviously very physically fit. But a few of the people that were dropped are a bit of a head scratcher.
Well, I will say I did see a comment that Joss made on something saying, "Don't know why I was in this conversation. I've said I'm not coming back on the challenge."
So
like
maybe they just asked him and he said no.
Yeah, so that would be more. But this is shocking to me because he is perfectly castable, and he's strong. As you said, he has all the qualities. That's very frustrating because I don't even love him, but I was loving the idea of having this option.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah. Okay, well, Johnny, you would have been great on this season, but we don't know why you got dropped. That sucks. Maybe he's doing All-Star Shore 2 and it's a conflict. I don't know. But that blows. Okay. Well, next up is, I mean, what if they had Selly and Raven and Johnny, like,
and Nurys, have all of them there.
Like, that would have been so good.
They blew a huge opportunity to even just like, hey, like, let's have Johnny, Raven, and Nurys all there, and like, it's a real like love triangle where there's drama. It's not fabricated. It's like I don't understand why they would ever have cut him. He would be one of the locks for me if I was casting.
100%. I'm shocked.
It is quite shocking. But let's see who's next. Mariah. I mean, I had a feeling that
Yes.
they would give her another opportunity if it's a seemingly like a rookie season, or all rookies or redemption or whatever type season. Obviously, she's super fit. Obviously, like we all want her to have a season without Fessy being her ball and chain. I'm happy to see her back. She's probably learned a thing or two from Bananas. And so hopefully she will play her own game, but like at least have some of her own strategy that she might want to implement. So I'm interested in seeing how she plays.
Yeah, I worry that like she was obviously you're right, she's learned and she was very quiet on her season. I think she'll be strong. I don't know that she'll speak up in a way that will get her the game she wants, if that makes sense. I'm not to say that she won't do well, but I just worry that she will become a follower in terms of if there's voting and things like that, because she doesn't take me as someone who really wants to like.
She's an Aries, so like maybe she's
gonna.
You
know what? Yeah, I hope she proves me wrong. And you know what? She did say on a podcast that she found being on reality TV for the first time like overwhelming, and she wasn't really able to open herself up a lot. So I would think she would change that for this season.
Yeah, I'm with M here. Like to me, like she seemed like very out of place, like just entertainment wise. Like I didn't find her to be very enjoying like as a TV character. So like hopefully like she is more comfortable this go around. She's like someone else, like because of her relationship with Bananas, like if they are doing some sort of invasions type of thing, like I kind of hope she's gone early too, similar to Emmanuel, before she can like flock to the numbers. But I mean, like, I don't think she's undeserving of a second chance. Like, obviously, she's very attractive, like, very physically fit. And yeah, just hopefully she brings a little bit more in terms of personality this time.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, Fessy's a dud, and so she's being like taught by Fessy. So, like, of course, she's not going to want to step out and do her own thing. And so, hopefully, she'll allow herself to be her true Aries nature and just be bold and be self-interested and be fiery. So, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt here and hope that she's going to bring it more so without Fessel.
Yeah, and I do think like another thing that was maybe working against her is like obviously she was hooking up in the house with Bananas, but Bananas is very private when it comes to like his like hooking up on the challenge. So I don't think that was made into much of a storyline where it could have been much bigger, which obviously took away like what role she could have on the season, because all she really had was Bananas and Fessy. Fessy was boring people. Bananas was keeping things private. So hopefully without those two there, we can see a different side.
Hundo. All right. Anything else about Mariah? All right. Next up. Oh, okay. Okay, Ed. All right, Ed.
What is going on? This has to be a non-finale. Like, oh wait, no, Mariah was in the finale. Wait, no, she wasn't.
No, she wasn't.
Okay, I'm surprised by this, but I'm not mad about it. I guess I don't know. I feel very medium about Ed personally.
Yeah, mid, as the youth would say.
He's someone that's going to go along with the vets if vets come in. He's someone who will go with the rookies and that, you know, if that's presented. He's someone who's probably more of an equal opportunist. He's going to go where it makes sense. He's kind of funny-ish sometimes. He's going to be someone who tries hard in challenges and eliminations. I don't know, though. He's not the most exciting, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I do think he is a fun guy. Like he brought like some humor, and like I didn't realize he was like fully jacked too. I thought he was like more of like I remembered him as more of like the like just like goofy like presence in the house, but I don't know, maybe he's like gained some muscle since his last season.
Like it, I guess.
But yeah, I don't hate it. It was like another like very much surprising one for me, but I think it's intriguing at least.
Yeah, I don't mind Ed being on this season. What I don't like about Ed is like, well, his gameplay is that he doesn't have any gameplay. He's just kind of there to have a good time, go with the flow. Like, you know, like he's never trying to strategize and like try to make things happen. He's just there for the good time of it all, which can work if he's not winning, but if he's winning power and then like, I don't know. I just don't know what his game is because he's never shown to have one. And so that's kind of why I'm just a little bit hesitant that like he could win power because he's physically capable and then kind of F things up because like he doesn't care. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm not mad that he's on it, but yeah, I don't really care for his gameplay that much.
Same.
Yeah, he's good at physical and puzzles. I get it, but yeah, exactly. Ahead of Johnny, like what is Ed bringing that Johnny is not bringing?
Like Ed and Nom ahead of Johnny Middlebrooks. Like I don't even like Johnny at all, obviously from Love Island, but like come on, that makes no sense.
0 sense.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I definitely would not put him over Johnny. If I mean, I don't mind both of them being on, but if it's up to me, it's like I'm taking Johnny 100 times over Ed.
I agree with you here, Lennon. Many of this cast had potential to shine on their previous appearances. And let's see what they do without the legends present. But do we know that the legends won't be present? We don't.
Exactly. That's what I'm scared about.
Yeah, we do not. All right, let's move from Ed. Oh, she is here! No way! I didn't actually think that this was a thing.
Post baby Melissa Slay.
Okay, so maybe they are building something for like Big T here.
I love Melissa as a game player.
She's messy. She's
messy.
Fit.
She's fun.
I don't think she's in a relationship, so she's willing to hook up, I'm sure. Like, yeah, I think she's a great casting pick right now. She has been to a final though, so that would take out that theory.
Right. Okay.
But maybe it's not winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into Melissa.
Yeah, I love Melissa. I'm like, she's very fiery. And if she, I don't know, I guess like you said she is single. I don't know if that's, is she for sure single?
I'm not 100%, but
I thought she might have had a boyfriend, but maybe I'm wrong. If she's single, if we're getting single Melissa here back, as a mother too, with like that extra like drive to win, I expect big things, and like having her and Big T together is going to be awesome too.
Yes. Oh my God. And like Melissa's just not afraid of like making moves. And I think I can see her and Big T just like, what if they're dominating? That would be so freaking fun. Oh, MV, don't disappoint us here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that'll stop her.
Yeah, it hasn't. It definitely has. Yeah, it hasn't stopped people in the past. So, I mean, for her relationship's sake, let's hope she keeps it clean. But for our sake, maybe mess around a little.
Yeah.
This is a very, very exciting return. Oh
yeah.
My God, I agree with you here, Steven. Can't wait. Oh, no, it's not Melissa. Oh no, Melissa is Josh. Sorry, it's Fanta does the Melissa impersonation.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else to say about Queen Melissa?
No, into it. And she's someone who will make bold moves.
Yes.
So I'm into that.
Not afraid of speaking her mind and like putting her money where her mouth is.
Her and Big T need to run the show.
Yeah, Melissa doesn't back down from anyone. So like even if vets do come in, like Melissa's not backing down. Like she's got into it with Cam and Kayla. So like I mean if Tori wants to pop in after 5 episodes, like Melissa's ready.
Engage?
Oh, never mind.
Oh man. Well, we'll see how it
She'll
plays
still
out.
bring it. She'll still bring it.
I still have faith in her. I can also see like people being into her and she just using that, and maybe not like acting on it, but we'll see. That's a fun one. That's a good casting choice.
Yeah.
Oh, there is your guy.
Okay, he is there. All right. He's not my guy. Okay.
I'm a little bit over him.
I don't claim him.
I'm a little over him.
Yeah, same.
But at least he's here to play.
I like that he's good at a lot of stuff. I want him to do well, but time and time again, he just fumbles the ball, and he goes to he's not smart about his strategy. So at least he's trying to have strategy, like against vets and like do his own thing. But he doesn't do it smart. No, he's not. There's so many guys ahead of him. So I don't know. I just I want good things for him, and he has been robbed sort of before, but I don't have full confidence in his strategic ability is what I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, kind of like Tact Cact is saying here that, yeah, I liked him on Total Madness. Like when he took out CT, I was like, what the, and obviously I didn't like what he did to Michaela on Millennials versus Gen X. But I did see that he was somebody that was willing to do stuff and shake things up and not just go with the status quo. And then, he was the underdog. And so I was rooting for him for sure. And then when he came back with a little bit more agency, I didn't enjoy him as much. I didn't feel like he was making great decisions. And he was a little bit whiny about certain things. And I don't know. So I haven't been as big a fan of him as I have in the past. But I'm open to allowing him to change my mind.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Any thoughts about him, Matthew?
I think I'm maybe a little bit higher on Jay than the two of you. I'm a fan of at least what he tries to do on the show. It's not very successful because a lot of the time he has he's kind of cornered against all the vets, and I do appreciate that he at least tries to take shots. I do feel like for his sake, he needs to kind of chill out a little. And if he wants to actually make it to a final where I feel like he could be very dangerous, he seems like someone that would thrive in a final setting. But if you keep making these crazy bold moves and don't have necessarily the numbers to back it up, you're going to find yourself in a similar position, which I think he's found the last 2 seasons. So maybe some of these people not being there will allow him to just mellow out a little bit more. But I like what he brings to the table. And,
I would have preferred him because him and Johnny were friends, right? And
yeah, I believe so.
That would have been better because Johnny, I mean, I think they're both Geminis, but I felt like Johnny was a little bit more sane-minded. He wasn't a little as erotic here as Jay was. So I would have liked it better him being on the season with Johnny.
Yeah, I think for this season, it's kind of nice for Jay because Jay has this tendency to piss off people in the house, but who is there on this cast that he can really piss off? Who has that authority that is going to be pissed off by Jay throwing them in? Obviously Jay has gotten on Leroy's nerves and Cam's nerves by throwing Cam into elimination. Then last season, obviously he had his or last couple seasons, his beef with Bananas. So he has these beef with some big name people, but without those big name people there, I don't know if anyone is necessarily gunning for Jay right off the bat.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very
I would like
true.
to see him do better, but we'll see.
We'll see. I'm not that excited about this. All right. Well, am I excited about this? Yes, I am. Get it, girl.
Oh, yes, baby.
I'm happy to see this, that she's not afraid of coming back, even though she got smacked in the face with, what was it? What was the...
A golf ball.
It was a golf ball. I was like, what kind of golf ball was it? She looks good in this picture. I'm excited to see what she can do. We know that she's willing to hook up. She's willing to make good girlfriends.
And she knows more than anyone that the vets are never going to have your back in the end. And she would know what to do. She would know, bring Big T to the end. Bring people that she loves and will be loyal, but also she thinks she can beat. She needs to put herself in that power position, and she has all the skills and knowledge to be able to do that. So she's, in my opinion, so far the person to beat for sure.
Yeah, and it was like a no-brainer casting
Yeah.
too. It's like you need to have, if she's willing to come, like she's gonna be there this season, next season, like she'll keep being there. She's like perfect for this show. Like you mentioned, Chantele, like she hooks up. Obviously, she's extremely physically strong. Like she won 4 eliminations or 3 eliminations last season. She's a beast, and she's definitely someone that's gonna be one of, if not the front runners on the.
And she's nice, and like she's not one of those fierce women that the other women don't like. Like everyone says they love her, so it's not like she's going to necessarily have that kind of beef. And she kind of has that mix of like the Marie humor and the ferocity of an Ashley. Like she has a lot of like elements of people, but then has her own thing. And yeah,
I also think that people are going to make a massive mistake by associating her success with being partnered with Horacio solely. Yeah. And like, obviously Horacio's a beast, but Olivia is too, but I feel like she'll be able to fly under the radar because like people are going to think that like Horacio carried her, which I do not think was the case whatsoever.
No.
So Kunoichi here is saying that Olivia and Jay hooked up. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. But like, didn't she say? Oh yeah, she said she wouldn't do an X this season. I think that was meaning not bananas. Nelson specifically. I can't wait to see how she does without Horacio, with being with a cast of newer players. Like. She's somebody I want to see how she does. We had a feeling that she was going to be a mainstay, and proven that she's coming back to back seasons as a rookie. So I think that's awesome for her, and I can see her being part of the new era of the Challenge MTV. So I'm here to see it. Good on her.
Same.
Good on her. Yeah, I think she could make a final again. I do want to see how she does without Horacio. Like I just want to see it. But she was the one that was taking care of all of like the politicking and the friendships and stuff like that. And Horacio, yes, he was really great physically, but he actually also messed up a few times physically, and he wasn't an amazing partner all the time we saw. So, I want to see how she does on her own. Get it, Olivia. She's good in that picture too. All right, who's next? Oh wow, they called him back. He's so miserable.
Yeah, I love Corey. I love him.
Well, when I say miserable, like he was just like so mad at Michaela for not being able to do last season as Ride or Dies, and he was just like, on social media, just being real pressed about it. And so I actually met him though. I played Drew. He had a trivia game, and so he was a person that's competing against. I'm happy to see him back for sure. He's a big guy. He's strong. He wants to be on the show. He wants to make a mark here. And so I am happy to see him get another chance, because he was probably scared he wasn't get one because of the Michaela thing last season. So get it, Corey.
Yeah. I don't even remember what happened with Michaela.
She couldn't get off work or something like that. And so she couldn't be his ride or die on 38.
Oh, well, I mean, honestly, I like him. I like that he's strong and he's tall. He actually is a physical competition. And yeah, I mean, media-wise, whatever. I love a drama, and I love that he's not afraid to say anything. And he's definitely someone would be tight with, like, these people, and I think could work really well in a position where there aren't a lot of vets, if that's happening. But love Corey.
Yeah, he looks like he's strong. Whoever his partner, if it's a partner season, like it's a good.
I hope it's not a partner season.
What kind of season do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be like not like a full free agents vibe, but perhaps something where it's kind of like every person for themselves, but maybe there's different teams at different points. And stuff like that. But my hope is that I think we've done too many pairs in a row. I think there needs to be a season where it's like not a pair situation, in my opinion. And I hope that's the case. I just want to see people compete on their own and see what happens.
Yes, see how they do. All right, Corey, we're rooting for you. Let's see who's next. Get it?
Makes
How
sense.
the F is Johnny Middlebrooks not on this season?
Yeah, it makes no
What
sense.
what's happening here?
I mean,
Why
like,
are they dropping the ball? They're doing a pretty good job so far, and they're not having this like drama with all these
yeah,
women that are like into him, and he's been a dick to.
yeah, it was like a huge ball drop not having him on here, and like exiting last season, it was like the two locks were like, all right, we need Olivia back and we need Nurys back. So good on production for not screwing that up and getting the two people that we need back right away. Nurys is everything. Like to me, she similar, like maybe slightly less of a competitor as Olivia, but she brings a little bit more drama than Olivia. So to me, like the two of them together are just so perfect. I believe they're friends. And I feel like they'll definitely be working together. So that's like a pair that I'm most definitely rooting for. And Nurys is like one of my favorite casting decisions ever, really, when she came on last season. And she really delivered on everything that I expected of her.
Exactly. Love it.
Yeah. Yes, Attacked Cat, Nurys' definition of MTV: messy, good-looking, strong personality, good at puzzles, like not afraid to do anything, positive attitude, wants to be there. Like she's perfect casting, in my opinion. And how the heck did they not want to take advantage of having Johnny on there? He must have messed up.
He must have done something bad.
Or maybe he.
And now I'm kind of questioning. Now I'm like, you know what? Maybe he did something real not good.
Or maybe he got
maybe
the vid.
Yeah.
Or something. Because, like, it just really makes no sense not to have him, like, all these people on there together.
Something idea. Must have happened.
It has to. Gamer Vev, that's the only spoiler I want, is what happened to Johnny.
So, Gamer Vev did say that they cut Johnny very late into the process, like within like a day of leaving. So I believe they left on Thursday or Friday, and he was cut like the same day or the night before. So don't like no reason as to why, but it was a very, very recent thing. Like he was ready to go, bags were packed and everything.
I need to know, but just, yeah, people are saying it has to be the vid. Ugh. It's not even a thing anymore. Sorry. I mean, maybe it is. I'm sorry. Protect yourself, protect productions, but that I really hope it's not because of that. You know, I'm just so over it. Stop ruining my TV. COVID and the writer's strike. Oh, God, it's ruining everything. All right. Anything else to say about our girl Nurys? Bring it for the Aquarius people. Finally, do you know what? Rarely ever put Aquarius on the show, on any show, like any season of shows. It's very rare that they do, but when they do, they effing bring it. And so bring more damn Aquarius on the show. Like we're talking about Big Brother Canada, Kevin, Aquarius, her, Aquarius, even Raven, who like I think she has potential to be a big thing, Aquarius. So I just wish that they would just bring more of our vibe onto these shows because we're the bomb, in my opinion. Just a little bias. All right. Oh, there's your favorite, Michelle. Another one of your guys.
You know what? Okay, first of all, no. Can we stop with that? Second of all, obviously we know I don't like Kyland, but he does bring more strategy than some of the other people that we have listed so far. I will say that. He brings strategy, he's strong, he is smart, and what I respect about him is that he clearly is a fan of the show and loves the challenge, and so he cares about it, right? And I like people that care about it. That said, he gives me the ick, to be honest, if I'm being real. I can't like put my finger completely on it, but
I'm not a fan of Kyland. He was okay on USA.
He was okay on USA. Big Brother, no.
I just don't know if I want to watch him for 6 months. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, next. Is that all we're saying about Kyland?
Well, I will say about Kyland, like the one thing I'm not a big fan of Kyland either. The one thing I do appreciate is similar to a Corey Lay, like sometimes it's just nice to have people there that like truly want to be there.
Okay.
Because they hopefully will play a little harder because like they actually care about it. And it's not like this isn't like a guaranteed thing for Kyland or Corey Lay. Like obviously like Corey Lay was cut last season. So like the hope is like, all right, like you're now on the cast, like you better deliver. And I hope like Kyland has that same mindset as a fan of the shows, like as someone with like a flair for the dramatics too. So I don't doubt that he'll deliver, but like he's definitely not my favorite person.
So annoying though, like when he thinks he's right, he doesn't listen to like his partner or whatever other people, and then he's wrong. And I'm just like, ugh. But I agree. I do like somebody that wants to be on the show, and he does want to be there. So I appreciate that. Kylan gonna hook up with Olivia, you think? Oh boy.
I hope not.
I think Kylan looks too much like Nelson. I feel like Olivia will want to stay away from that.
But they're both Cancer, if I remember correctly. So that gets along quite well. Someone was saying, so I had it highlighted, that maybe the season is people that haven't completed a final. So that could be a theme for sure, potentially. Okay. Anything else to say about Kylan other than next? Joseph hates him. I don't hate him. I'm not a fan of what he brings. Yeah. Wait, Kylan is someone I dislike but don't dislike watching on the show, if that makes sense. Yeah, I can agree that.
I'm the same way. That's exactly how I would describe it. Like I don't like him, but like he brings something, so I don't mind having him there.
Kylan is better than Nom and Emmanuel. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
He's more exciting.
Yeah,
and
to be determined. Yeah, to be determined on Nom. I prefer Kylan over Emmanuel, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess he's okay getting another chance, but like he's on MTV now. I want I don't know if I want him on MTV, but we'll see. Okay, so definitely. Well, why do we think this? I don't think he has any game personally.
I mean, he does always have someone that he hooks up with, usually.
It's true. Because he's cute, but I don't know, his personality to me is ugh. All right, who's next? You're a girl. Okay, you're a real girl this time. Michelle with 1L. I'm happy to see her give it another go, but I really hope that she does not allow people to influence her game, and then she just owns what she does. Own her freaking moves. She has said in after press that like that's what she needs to do, is own her moves, and when she does something, stick to it and not like flip-flop and go back and forth, and like just dig her heels in and be strong about her convictions. And so if she's learned that and does that, I can root for Michelle, but she has very much disappointed me in her last couple seasons, and right now she's starting from the bottom, but I'm willing to give her an opportunity to get back to the top.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her with like more of like a newer crop of people. I am trying to remember, did Michelle have any sort of relationship with Olivia and Nurys last season? Because I don't recall like anything with them. I don't know if they're close or just kind of neutral, but is that going to be a thing, or are they kind of just
Olivia and her? I feel like have been like working out and like hanging out at like and like kissing. I don't know if they're like kissing as like they're dating, but like I don't know, girlfriends kissing at a party for a picture kind of thing. So I think that she's at least hanging out with Olivia.
Okay, because that could be a dangerous 3, I think, if they are working together, and like the fact that like there are some of these big names aren't here. I think like a Michelle if she's working with Olivia and Nurys, like that could be a trio to really look out for.
That would be amazing.
Jay Shell, her poor strategist.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Oh boy, people are calling her out. How many times will she cry this season?
There's nothing wrong with tears. It's
I don't
what
mind tears either.
It's how you play. Like, you know.
I mean, yeah, it was so like seeing her going up against Laurel was just like, ugh.
That was a very unfortunate series of events there. I try not to think about that.
She does need a redemption, hopefully. I did feel as though when I was watching it, I was like, because people are always trying to convince me that Michelle played a really amazing Survivor season, and I was like, no, but Aubrey deserved to win. She just didn't have people hate her as much.
Yes.
And then people are like, no, she's great. And then this is how she was performing on the challenge. I was like, no, I think I'm going to go back to
my
her not
opinion
being that
is
great.
Both things are true. Aubrey was supposed to win that season and played the best game by far. And I didn't think necessarily that Michelle deserved to win that season. But she did win the season. And I actually preferred her gameplay in Winners at War. And that, for me, she was great. She played the best you could ever play from the bottom, in my opinion. The problem is, like, what she was up against and whatever. But, like, I don't think she's amazing, but I think she's better than what I used to think. But then when it comes to the challenge, I agree with you. I haven't seen her slay with the strategy yet. So.
Yeah, not a strategist. From what we've seen anyways.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts about Michelle?
I hope she does well, maybe.
I hope so too. Don't listen to Jay.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for you.
What?
Without Amber?
Yeah.
She just had a baby.
Yeah, I was very surprised. So when they announced the cast, this was like hours before they announced they had the baby. And everyone's like freaking out, like, this guy's gonna leave his girlfriend when she's about to give birth. And then it's like, and like 2 hours later, they post like, oh, she had her baby. And it's like, okay, well, now it makes a little more sense. But I think the baby's only like 5 days old or whatever. And he literally left like a couple days ago. So
no, I'm not into this.
Yeah, I'm not into
Chauncey.
it either. Also, for me, like, Chauncey, like, take that aside. Like, he was similar to a Mariah to me, where like he's like very physically fit, but like he just didn't really bring much to the table in terms of like my enjoyment of the show. And then in the reunion too, like he seemed like very passive. Like they would go to him like, hey, like, who do you want to call out for like talking shit about Amber? And he got like very nervous, which like I understand, like you're similar to Mariah, you've never been on TV before, but at the end of the day, like Johnny Middlebrooks is right there. Like he's been on TV, he's delivered. Chauncey, it's like, yeah, you're like physically fit, but like, I don't know. I could have gone without Chauncey. And like, he seems like a nice guy. I like Amber, obviously.
Yeah, this is a bit of a surprise for the fact that Johnny's not on. If Johnny and him are both on,
a couple days old.
I mean, he must be trying to make some money, being like, yeah, babe, like even if you go and you're out early, you'll make $20,000. You know what I mean? Like maybe they gave him like an appearance fee or something like that. So maybe that's what's happening. But Amber should have a little bit of coin, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I'm counting her dollars, but
and he posts like he's an influencer with like his fitness and stuff online. There's no way he's not getting like money from that, right? I don't know.
I think the thing for Chauncey is like maybe he realizes like, all right, if I don't accept this specific season,
I'll never get called back.
Yeah, like, I'm never getting called back. So if I go now, like, hey, maybe I win, maybe I make a name for myself, and then I get that call back. Whereas like if I say no now, I'm never coming back on this show, and that's just the truth. And
also with Amber saying that she wants to be on 40, maybe it's just to keep them relevant in like the producers' eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Because like having a full year off, like there might be other people that like makes a splash that like have a little bit more energy that they just like push Amber and Chauncey to the side. But if he's on the show, even if he's not like the star, they're still in their thoughts. So maybe that's why as well, just to keep them relevant with the producers.
Yeah. I think that's more so. Like, if Chauncey was someone that was like a guaranteed callback, like I wonder if maybe he would have said no to this season. But
like Jordan can say no to a season or two. Chauncey is like, sorry, I gotta say yes to this. It's an opportunity. I gotta go.
Yeah, and like even like someone like Olivia, like if Olivia's like, you know what, I'm not going to do this season. I'm still getting over my nose. Like they would still call her back next season for sure.
I'd have thought maybe it's because they want to have a Skype call with Amber and the freaking baby. And they think that will be a draw to get people to be like, oh my God, we could see Amber like on the show. And so maybe they're going to use that as an opportunity.
We'll definitely get that for sure.
Exactly.
But I just don't like, what else is Chauncey really bringing?
He's bringing a Skype call with Amber and the baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know, if I was Johnny Middlebrooks, I would just be like, you know what? Cast me, and I promise I'll Skype Amber. I barely know her. I'll just Skype Amber and her baby. If that's what you want, just cast me and I'll do it. I won't call my parents. I won't call my sister, my brother, whoever.
Call Amber. Kunoichi says, if the call is episode 1, we know he's leaving soon. Yeah.
I also like, I can't see Chauncey like doing that well. For some reason, I just don't see him.
He's kind of like popcorn muscly, you know?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
Amber had the baby. If I'm Johnny, I would be pissed. Yeah, I would be pissed too. Yeah, everybody's agreeing with you that Chauncey cannot afford to say no. So, yeah, they haven't brought Jenny West back to defend her crown, which is outrageous. I agree with that being outrageous. Maybe she's on this one.
So outrageous.
She could be on this one.
You know what? I agree with what you guys are saying. If Chauncey said no to this, he probably would never get asked back. So I get what he's doing.
Yeah. He'll reference. Maybe it's good. Maybe they're trying to do like a Kiki thing, like how Danny was always referencing Kiki in all of his confessionals. Yeah, that's a good thought, Lena. But he doesn't have like Amber's not as a cute name as Kiki though.
Also, like Danny has like that kind of like funny, like kind of like that funny personality. Like it sounded like really funny coming from Danny. Like Chauncey just doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't have that. Not that I dislike Chauncey. Even it's just like he's kind of boring.
Agreed.
Yes, and Leo says everyone can make that promise to Skype Amber.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to cast me on the challenge, I'll gladly Skype Amber every week.
Very, very funny. Okay, well, that's a bit of a nothing burger. Hopefully you bring something more than you brought so far. Esther, I didn't even recognize her.
So she was dropped as well. So she's one of the ones that were dropped. This is not the Esther from a couple seasons ago.
Oh, okay.
She was on War of the Worlds, I believe, and I don't think she went that far.
I don't even remember her.
Yeah, so she's not on the cast. I didn't remember her either, but luckily she was dropped, so I don't have much to say.
Yeah, do you have anything to say, Michelle?
No. I do remember her, but she wasn't that exciting. At least
I almost remember her, but like I'd have to just see like a picture of her and her like on the show. All right, sorry, Esther. See you next time.
He was also dropped from the cast.
Oh, I was like,
that checks out. That checks out. Sorry, Idris.
Idris, which season of Love Island UK was he on? I barely remember him. I remember the name, but I don't remember him.
I think he was on War of the Worlds as well, but I honestly don't really remember him. And I never watched Love Island UK, so I don't know him at all.
Does his chat saying anything about these folks? Yeah, different Amber. Yeah, we know. We know nothing. We know nothing. Okay, sorry, Idris. Better luck next time. Yes!
Yes! Oh my god.
That's a good yes. Build that UK alliance with some powerhouses.
So they're just taking people from anywhere now. Like they're like that's amazing. I'm obsessed. She deserves another chance.
I'm super excited about her being there. Obviously, she is kind of in the mold of like an Amber B. Like she is like a pure endurance athlete. Where it's like you don't want to see her in a foot race at the end. She was great. I mean, she was only on Global for a few episodes, but I thought she delivered, and I was a little surprised to see her back like this soon, but very happy and excited.
What if her and like Nurys become besties or something? You know, that'd be kind of fun too, because I feel like Nurys could be a little more strategic, but then like she would get some power. Like I don't know. I think they could work together as friends. We'll see. Oh my God, I love that she's here. Who do you think? Because like she worked really well with Wes, and like being his student and whatnot. Who do you think so far in the cast would she get some tutelage from?
I think Big T is the one to look out for. Like Big T is like more of like a strategist. Like obviously nobody is going to call Big T like a physically dominant force, but based on what we've seen so far in this cast list, I do think Big T could be someone that's controlling the game socially and strategically. And the fact that there's this UK alliance with Melissa and Big T, like could Zara slide in there? And maybe we see those three against like Nurys, Olivia, and Michelle, which I think could be very interesting to see like which side comes out on top there if they don't decide to join forces.
Her and Melissa, hopefully they get along, but that's a good. I love it. The women are so much stronger than the men this season so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big T could. I don't know if I see Big T winning.
No,
but like I see her being a big part of the season.
I could see Big T getting to a final, but I don't see her necessarily being able to win a final, just based off of what we've seen from her in the past. Like running isn't her forte, which typically you need to do quite a bit of running in a final. But Zara, I could see winning a final.
Definitely.
So Kanoji loves Zara, but worry about her position because most people on the show at least know a few people. Does she know anyone? Well, she's just likable though, and she gets along with people, and she will immediately gravitate towards her UK people. So I think that Melissa and Big T will know that it's a good idea to bring in some numbers. So I think she'll be just A-okay.
I agree. I think she'll definitely work with Big T and Melissa, and like that will be no issue there.
Big T, Melissa, Zara versus Olivia, Nurys, Michelle. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I want Nurys and Zara to be friends. But anyways, we'll see. That's a great surprise. Thank you, MTV gods. Why are they stacking the women and flopping on the men though? I feel like I haven't seen a guy so far that I'm like, yeah. Okay. Callum's okay. He was on
who's he? What?
He was on the Challenge UK. He dated you haven't watched Love Island, right?
Not every season.
Of UK. This is UK. So he dated this girl Georgia who's on Love Island UK, and they were on X on. I don't know if I think they met on X on the beach, or she. Anyways, they dated a while. He's messy. He's got some UK veneers going for him, covered in tats. He's hot. I don't know how good he was working with. He was being strategic actually with Nathan on the UK, if I remember correctly. So he potentially could bring some heat. He will definitely get along with Zara, obviously, because like he was on that season with her. I believe he ran the final, and I think he was out first in the final. I think I could be wrong. I can't remember. It's too many shows too long ago. But he's definitely gonna find he's gonna find a girl. He always has a girl like obsessed with him. He's very good looking. Nurys will be all over it with an accent. Like this guy with an accent, like covered in tats. Like well, the Dreadful is agreeing. Callum and then Nurys calling that now. Yeah, he's could be messy for sure. He's hot. Yeah. Oh, and Raven. Oh my God, I can see that. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe maybe Nurys started hooking up with him at the airport this time around, and Johnny got pissed.
Yeah, Johnny like threw this.
Oh my gosh, yes. yeah, the UK casts are always enjoyable to watch. They're always funny. Like, they're always willing to play. They're always good casting, in my opinion. So I'm pumped, the most pumped about Callum, I think, out of everyone. I'm surprised to see him, but I think I'm most excited to see what he'll bring because he's messy. He's messy. He was on another show that I never saw, Ibiza Weekender, but yeah, X on the Beach. Yeah. Anyways, he will create drama and he's willing to play, which is what we want, right?
Absolutely.
How many people are? Oh my God, why are there so many people left? I think there was a small cast.
Some of it might just be the updates of like people getting dropped.
Michelle, your girl.
I heard
she was dropped.
I heard she was dropped. That's the person that I've heard was dropped. Which I'm very sad about. Obviously grieving.
Yeah. Sorry, Bettina, but you will not have your name be part of Michelle's draft team name.
It was going to be Bettina and Friends again.
Friends 2, the sequel. Ooh, Hughie, yes.
Wait, no.
Drama.
So I gotta say, this was the one that excited me the most of the male cast. This guy is like he is the epitome of mess. He is absolutely like batshit crazy.
Wow.
He will get into it with anyone. Like he surprisingly like decent physically. Yeah. I think he won an elimination. Like I by no means think that this guy is gonna win a season.
He won with Amber.
Yeah, like he was getting into it with Corey Lay. Like I know they're friends now, but like he was getting into it with Ashley Mitchell when they were partners. Like he will get into it with multiple people. I hope he sticks around for at least a few weeks. I do worry that he could be someone that's taken out pretty early, but I love Hughie and I'm so happy that he's back.
He is perfect casting. He's not afraid to say things. The drama, yes, the tears, the yells, all of it. He is so funny. I never thought that they would cast him again, and I'm so happy about it. Wow, he's my number one. He's my number one.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him here. And like he's gonna get along with the UK people. And one thing that the UK people, they stick together. Like they love their nation. And so he's, I think, Irish, and I think that they're gonna pull him in. And so I think he might be set up a little bit. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, my one worry for him would be if it's like last place goes into elimination. Like I could definitely see him coming in last in some dailies.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's not it. But yeah, he'll be a number. Like if he just hops in with the UK people, which I expect as well, as long as like it's not last place goes in, I could see him being decently set up. But like, yeah, definitely. I don't care if he wins or not. I just need him on TV for as many episodes as possible.
Oh my God, absolutely.
I can't wait. Like I'm very excited to see how how he plays out. Because like even if he's friends with some people, like I think he also knows that like sometimes you need the drama to like be relevant and be asked back. So I can see him like not holding his tongue.
Oh no, yeah, definitely will not be holding his tongue.
I'm super, super excited to see. Oh, Cat wants him and Corey Lay to hook up.
Oh my God, I just love him. Whatever he does is going to be so funny.
Is this North America versus the UK? So far, it's a pretty decent split.
I'm gonna crunch the numbers while we're chatting.
Thank you. All right, Hughie, glad to see you. Excited to see what you bring this season. Oh, Hughie!
What?
We didn't think that he was going to make it back at all. What is this, redemption for Nelson? Since he's still recovering. Yeah. But I mean, we did say out of all, well, there was only two, but the two women, actually, out of all the Argentina players from Global Championship, that she was most likely to come back, just because she's really pretty. She's really likable. People really like being around her. She was positive. She was okay physically. So I'm okay with seeing her here. I am surprised though.
Yeah. Same.
Very surprised. I enjoyed her too, Lena. I enjoyed her on the challenge. So anything else to say about her though? I don't have much to say.
I don't really know much about her. right? 'Cause I didn't see
Yeah,
that season.
I didn't watch Argentina. I tried to watch it. I just couldn't do the subtitles, unfortunately. I was getting too distracted. Like, she seemed fun, like the one episode I watched, and then it seemed fun in the one episode of Worlds, but obviously like very attractive as well. I don't know if she's single or not, but if she is, like, could be some entertainment there. I'm okay with her getting another shot here. I like the representation from different countries, so it's like going to be someone. Why not her?
Does she have? Wait, who does she have that she knows? She'll know Zara.
Yeah, I believe that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to see how this goes for her.
Me too.
Because like she literally has been going back to back to back, so hopefully she physically can handle it. All right, who's next? Oh, he's back. Okay,
Very
Asaf.
surprised.
Oh my god!
I mean, he's
Really?
a hookup king.
But who is the?
He was in the pit crew for Drag Race. I don't know which Drag Race, but he was in the pit crew recently. And I think they did, maybe it was the last All Stars, because I feel like I could be making it up, but wasn't he a judge like for Snatch Game? Maybe it wasn't All Stars, regular. Anyways,
like one of the, yeah, he could have been. I don't honestly remember.
I've seen him on Drag Race within the last year or so. You know, he's gonna be good at stuff. Like, remember he was on a season, his first season, I believe, was the one with Jay, and like he was small like that, him were like lean and but like agile. And so okay, Asaf, he's gonna hook up.
Weird casting choice, but
Yeah, this one really caught me off guard because I believe he was only on one season and was out the first week.
Yeah.
So, and like didn't really like, wasn't really like a super memorable first boot. Like, I know he had the like little hookup with Nani in that one episode, but
Another Aquarius, just gonna throw that out there.
yeah, is he Israeli? Like, he was on
I believe so.
So he would be. I'm keeping tally of the U.S. versus World, so I'll put him on World side, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He even has an accent, so he was not born in the U.S. I don't believe. All right, Asaf. Well, we'll see how that goes. I don't think either way about you.
Oh.
Your girl, oh my God, Matthew! This is your season to drool.
I know. Here was another one where I was just extremely shocked to like see her pop up on the list. Like, I had fully expected and come to terms with the fact that we would never see her again, and I would just be heartbroken for the rest of my life. But then I see her pop up, and I see it's like a fresh face cast, and as I'm like seeing the cast slowly drop, I'm like, oh, please give me Colleen. Please give me Colleen. And she pops up. And then they started announcing people are getting cut from the cast, and I'm nervous it's going to be her. But as far as I know, she's still there, and I'm super excited.
Berna's new best friend. Are we speculating this? I don't know if I see her and Berna necessarily being friends. Like, what about, do you think her and Nam would have a little bit of a German connection?
I could be into that.
Yeah, I feel like there will be some sort of allegiance to like your country, like at least like a little bit. Maybe not as much with the US people because that's like half the cast, but
no, Jay, don't take Colleen. I don't want him to ruin her game.
They hooked up before though.
I know, but like I don't want them to come. I don't want it to be a part of this season.
I could see her being over it. You know what I mean? Like over him. Like like been there, done that vibes.
Yeah, I'm still mad we never saw that fight as well, MV. I'm very happy to see her back on our screen. She's funny, she's beautiful, she's willing to hook up. She wasn't that amazing from what we could see as a competitor, but I think that people like her and want her to be around. So I can see if 38 has a bit of an alliance, especially the women, that she will be included in that. So so far I'm happy about this season. I'm looking forward to see how like as long as they don't bring in any stupid vets. I just don't want to see them. Just give me a break.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm very happy about the women. The men, I'm like kind of lukewarm, but like I don't even care. Like as long as the women can just dominate this season, I'll be very happy. But like the men are kind of whatever. But this like female cast is pretty awesome.
It's iconic. I will say, I'm into it.
Oh, I thought you said that I'm like, they did not win, but almost. I didn't see the almost. Okay. Okay. Dreadful thinks this could be a record-breaking hookup season. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I'm happy to see you, Colleen. You look gorgeous in this pic. I'm happy you're here for Matthew's sake as well. Oh! I didn't think that he would come back.
Really? I mean, I expected him to be invited back.
Well, yeah, but I kind of felt like I heard that he says that he wasn't interested in coming back anytime soon. But I mean, maybe when they make the call, you're kind of like, okay, I'm not going to say no to opportunity.
So I think what had happened with him is I do believe he wanted to come back, but he had like signed up for like he had signed on to like some soccer team. And I think the schedule just worked out where he was able to go now. And
yeah, maybe since it's being pushed or whatever, like it wasn't a little while ago.
Yeah, so I think like the earlier than expected filming like allowed him to get back there. And like just looking at the cast, I mean, he is like far and away like the front runner, I'd say, and like physically at least. Now, if people view him as too big of a threat after last season, like that's another story. But I do think he'll be like well protected by people like Olivia, Nurys, and Michelle. So yeah, I could definitely see him hooking up with someone. If he gets to a final, I think like he is far and away the front runner. Yeah. Obviously, like I mean, look at the picture. Like he is ripped and like he's proven it too. It's not fake muscles. Like this guy is a force in this game. So I'm excited to see what he can do without the vets and then also with the target already on his back.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Agreed.
M thinks that Johnny got dropped for Horacio. Well, maybe seems like weird. I don't know. I think Johnny must have done something because he does stupidness sometimes. So I can see him getting into I'd love it if not love it, but like I can imagine it being him fighting over Nurys and getting kicked off. I can see that being the thing. Yes, Horacio, let's go. I'm very happy to see him here. Let's see how he does. It looks like people think it's his season to lose, so get it, Horacio. Great. Zahida, okay.
Zahida is not on the cast.
Okay, I'm like she hasn't been on in a while.
Yeah, so she supposedly dropped out. So I don't know if she was cut, but the word is that she pulled herself from the cast.
So Amaya thinks that Nurys was feeling Callum, and so was Raven, and that's probably the storyline they want to go with. Bring Johnny in there, that would be even better. Like Callum is Johnny with an accent, like and a little bit older. Zahida, you're gorgeous, but not on this cast, so we'll just move past. Oh, and okay, also gone.
Yeah, not on the cast.
And according to him, he was never going to be on it.
Okay.
So don't know if that's true or not.
Bye. Okay, Johnny Millbooth was dropped from the very cast very recently and will not be on the Challenge 39. What happened? Nobody has a comment? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. I don't even remember her. She's on the challenge. Oh, okay. I don't remember her on the Challenge Australia.
Yeah, she was out early. I think she only made it like 3 or 4 episodes into the Australian season. But from what I recall, like she brings some mess too. Like she's fiery.
I mean, anybody with that many tattoos, I feel like is gonna have to bring some mess,
Yeah, and like she looks like physically fit. She kind of looks like Mariah a bit. Yeah, I don't remember much about her, but she looks like Mariah. She's supposedly fiery and like bring in an Aussie. So
Right, another accent. I feel like the UK will snatch her up. I don't have anything to say about her because I don't remember her, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll just move on unless you have something to say, Michelle.
No, I don't know her at all.
Okay, this is he's a messy one. He was from the Challenge Australia, so I did recently see him. I think we pronounced his name Kieran. Is it Kieran?
yeah, Kieran, and he is very, very messy.
Like having a girlfriend, making out in like bat and showers, and like then crying about it, like just bad. But like also decent at competition. So if he doesn't have a girlfriend, he's gonna hook up, and if he does have a girlfriend, he's probably gonna hook up. Yeah, he's gonna bring some mess into the challenge house for sure.
Yeah, I believe in Challenge Australia, he cheated on his girlfriend the first night of filming.
Very Tony.
Yeah, he showed up and within hours was hooking up with one of the other contestants, and then was spending the next 5 episodes on the phone, like Skyping his girlfriend, like crying, begging for forgiveness. And I do believe they've now broken up, so I think he is single.
A single Kieran will be fun. Yeah. I think
the messy factor.
Yeah, he's gonna bring mess. Apparently, he's single now. Okay, let's bring him messiness. Wow, is that everybody?
Yeah, so that is the cast thus far. So there's 24 people. So here are my few theories that what we could be looking at here. Yeah. I think one is we're getting some sort of invasion type of scenario, not necessarily invasion of the champions, maybe invasion of the legends. Whereas if they do invasion of the champions 2.0, like I just don't know if they can get enough champions to enter the game. Like I don't like that are different from the first invasions. Like, are they just going to bring back Bananas, CT, Zach, Cara, Laurel? Like they're not going to do the exact same people. So I wonder if maybe they're just going to bring on, say, 12 legends at some point, or 10 legends of the game. I hope that's not it. The other theory I had is maybe they're just doing a shortened season because they want to film 3 seasons because of the writer's strike. So maybe they're trying to film more by having a smaller cast. I hope that's it, to be honest.
Also, if it's every man for themselves, the eliminations could be stretched out a little bit longer. And there could be more time.
Male, female each week.
There could be milks. And also because they probably want to have an epic thing for season 40. Perhaps this is, as you said,
maybe they want to bring in some new winners.
New winners, and then season 40 can be like almost all winners, or some sort of.
I think they need to do an all winners. I was saying this before, like season 40 of Survivors, All Winners at War was so epic. I think that with them being like working with CBS and Viacom together now, they're going to be like, you guys have to do it. It's just like part of your contract. Okay. You're going to have to make season 40 an all winners season, which I think will be fantastic. So I think they just need some new winners.
Will be strong enough by then to come back because he's been retraining himself.
Yeah. I also think like they wouldn't necessarily need, like, obviously they're not getting winners from like necessarily season like 1 through 10, but like, I think they could easily get 30 winners, especially considering like they've done all these spinoffs. Like you could get Danny, Sarah, Kiki, like all those people are like, they might be willing to do that. Whereas like they're not just going to do a random season. Like Danny McRae is not coming on season 39 to like play with Kieran and Chauncey. Like no offense to them. Like it's just it's not like gonna happen, but this like big spectacle. And then if you get a couple new winners for season 39 that are cheaper and like you're not spending money on all these vets, like one, you get a new winner, 2 new winners, 2, you save money so you can pay these bigger names more for season 40 just to show up.
True.
I think that is factoring into it. So I hope it's not an invasions type of thing here.
Well, I'm trying to find it. I meant to star this comment, but someone did say that Gamer Vev said that no, it's not going to be an invasions type season. So, I mean, I would hope that it's going to be a solo season. Yeah, maybe you'll have your alliances, but like every man for themselves, man and woman for themselves, and alternate back and forth so you can drag that damn season out long. How many Matthew, how many people are on the cast?
So it's 24, 13 international, 11 US.
Oh wow.
So there's more international than US here.
So maybe is there one that it could be more US than
I counted Horacio as US because I believe he is like I know he has background elsewhere, but
I think he was born in this state. No, maybe not, but I think so.
I counted him as US, but no, I didn't see anyone else unless Asaf is like a US resident, which is possible. Then maybe he's on the US side. Everyone else.
Yeah, someone else was saying that he was probably on the season because he's on MTV's payroll right now. So maybe he's considered US.
So if this is the final cast and like they're not adding anyone more, like who do you see right now as like the male and female front runner? Like who would be your winner pick just right now without seeing how anything unfolds?
Here, I'll bring this up so you can see.
I would say I'm going to put my money on
I think Horacio,
and
oh my god, everybody has a chance though.
Horacio for the guys is my pick right now.
What about Corey Lay? Could actually pull something out here.
Yes.
I feel like he's too big. I feel like that's going to hurt him in a final.
Yeah. For the women, it's tough. For me, it's between Olivia,
Zara.
Zara.
Mm-hmm.
Those would probably be the top half for me. But that said, there are a lot of strong women. And Berna, there's a lot of potentials there. Michelle, like there's a lot of
Melissa's been to a final, so that's very strong, and I feel like
she was pregnant.
Yeah. Berna, I think actually is somebody that if she gets there, like I think she could do well in a final. It just depends on how these obviously alliances shake out. But right now, I think Olivia, Melissa, and Zara would be my female front runners. And my male front runners would be Horacio. Oh gosh.
I might say
even Kyland. I know it's a possibility. And
Hughie. I'm gonna put Hughie because think about it. They could keep him as the person they think they're going to.
But would he win at the end against all those other guys? I don't know.
Yeah, he'd have to get very lucky with the format of the final, I think.
And you know what? Maybe I know you hate him, but like Emmanuel might be, if he can get there, he could do well in a final potentially. So
let's not put that into the universe.
Those are my 3 picks.
See, the thing is, I remember Emmanuel not being great puzzle wise, which like typically like finals, like there's going to be the checkpoints with puzzles that can kind of screw you. Like he like famously was like getting help from Tori in the puzzle against Devin at the end. And he was like completely lost. Mm-hmm. For me, like obviously like Horacio, if he gets there, is very, very strong. We need to maybe Johnny Middlebrooks.
Yeah, Johnny's going to replace Nom.
Don't kill me with that. No.
I actually think Jay is someone to keep an eye on if he can get to a final. Like I think
if he can get there.
Yeah, getting there is going to be tough, but if he can like honestly, like look at the male side, like Jay looks like has done the most seasons. He's the only one that's done more than 1 season, other than Nom, who was removed from 2 seasons. So Jay,
I think Kyland at this time will have done 2.
No,
he's not on USA too.
No, he's not. So Jay is the only one here that's done more than 1 like real season without getting removed from the show. I'd keep an eye on him. I think Jay will also know that he has to get Horacio out of there at some point.
Yeah.
So as long as that doesn't backfire on him, I could see him doing well.
Mhm.
On the female side, like I agree with both of you. I do think, like similar to Jay, I think Michelle is someone to keep an eye on if she can get to a final.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like she'd be great with like the checkpoints and like this things that happen during a final. Yeah, and then Big T and Melissa. Like nobody here has done more than 4 seasons.
I don't think so. Yeah, most people have done 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, I love that. I love that it's like a full like second chance season.
Yeah, I'm into it. I know everybody, and they're all pretty new. So
yeah.
Very fun.
And there's enough people here that we know will bring drama. So it's like we don't have to be scared that there's going to be no drama because we're not getting these like
this
bets.
Will be a mess.
Yeah, someone said earlier, like it's going to be like hookup central. There's going to be a lot of hookups, a lot of fighting. Not like nobody's a leader here. So when there's nobody to lead like that, what's going to happen is chaos, and that's going to be great for viewers.
Yeah, I need to see how this plays out. I'm worried that the producers are going to get too worried and then really and fumble the bag. But I'm looking forward to this. This was a very for me a nice surprise.
Yeah.
There's nobody that I'm terribly upset about. Maybe Chauncey, unfortunately, I'm not that excited about. On the women's side, I'm pretty pumped about everybody. I don't know the girl Jessica, so whatever. But like everybody else, I want to see what they bring and how this dynamic kind of shakes out. I'm looking forward to this. I think this was their best casting yet in a while. Like I'm most interested in how it's going to work out.
Yeah, just like please don't ruin it. Like keep it a small season. Like do the single elimination weeks. Give us 15 episodes. We don't need 25. You don't have to add in 8 vets after 6 weeks. Like nobody wants that. Just give us a season. Please. 40 will be 40. It's going to be extravagant, and let's just like let us have this and see how it goes.
Oh, please. Yes, it does feel like a vintage season where like everybody's like, they're just new and getting their footing in the game. So I am hoping for the best with this one. Thank you, both of you, for coming and looking at this cast with me on a Sunday here. Do either of you have anything going on that you want to say or promote before we say good day?
I just miss talking to you guys every Wednesday.
It
feels like it's been 3 weeks? It feels like it's been forever.
I know.
Seriously.
3 weeks in challenge time is like 3 years in normal time.
Truly.
Well, we'll probably do maybe once one of these casts are finalized, we'll do a draft for the others. And I keep on forgetting to calculate everything. I meant to do that for today, and I totally forgot until right now. So we'll find out who our winner is for our previous draft, at least before we go on to our next one, so we know who's going to be taking the order and choosing who male or female. I guess the other person chooses male or female. So picking the order. All right. Well, thank you, both of you. Thank you, everybody in the chat. You guys are honestly super awesome. You guys are always very active and know what's going down. Very excited to be covering this season whenever it does come. What do we think? Like October?
Oh, I'd say later. I mean, we have to be getting all stars before this one at least, right?
Yeah. My guess
is like
November, December.
Yeah, because we got August. CBS will be August till October, and then we'll get October. Yeah, I'd say probably end of November. I'd be looking at for this one.
All right, yeah. November. You said it first. Well, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Like this video and let us know who are your top 3 picks for this season. Like, who do you think is going to win or do really well or get really far? We want to hear your thoughts. What are you going to say, Matthew?
Yeah, I was going to say one thing. So I didn't want to spoil the casting before we got to it. So I put team blank in my name. The fill in the blanks.
Colleen?
It's Colleen.
We should have played like guess who team.
But when we go on next time for the draft or whenever we go next time, it will be officially team Colleen.
I believe it. I wouldn't be surprised. I was more excited. I was very excited for Colleen being on the season for you, Matthew,
especially without Fessy there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's a dream come true. Well, thanks both of you. Please leave your comments below as to what your thoughts are about the season. No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers, but just let us know your thoughts, your pure, honest thoughts and potential speculation. No spoilers. Until next time, see y'all.